Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn Style3D Atelier. Today, I will teach you how to quickly adapt Style3D garment to a custom avatar. The focus of this lesson is to teach in two situations, with and without transitional poses. Let's take a look. First situation. External avatar with transitional pose. First, let's see how to adapt garment from the default pose to an external avatar with transitional poses. Open the Edit Avatar. Save the current avatar pose. In the Pose menu, choose Add Current and give it a name. Open the skeletal joints. The shortcut is Shift+X. Click on the arm bones to adjust the pose. Note, before simulating, delete all pins. Make sure to be in simulation mode for pose transitions. Simulate in solidify state. Freeze the garment and move it to the external avatar. Scale it to the appropriate size. Make adjustments as needed. Unfreeze and switch to solidify state. Of course, this method only applies to avatars in the same pose. Adjust for any penetration areas. Check for any penetration issues. Before releasing Solidify, import the avatar's pose. Here, change to Add as Pose. Before simulating, remove fixed pins. Then you can switch poses for simulation. Now you can release the Solidify. That's the end of the first situation. Now, let's look at the second situation. Without transitional poses. How to match garment to another body type with complex poses. Use Shift+Q to hide the garment. Reduce the transparency of the external avatar. Move the external avatar to align. These steps are for convenient pose adjustments. Open the skeletal. You can start with adjusting the hips. First, adjust the main pose, then fine-tune details. Here, let's speed up the process. You can also adjust according to your preference. Restore the avatar to the original pose. Click on the avatar to open the Edit Avatar. Save the current pose in the Pose menu and give it a name. Show the garment. Switch back to the original pose. Solidify all garment. Delete fixed pins. Adjust and check for any linked relationships. Simulate the garment in the Solidify form. Switch the avatar pose in simulation mode. Adjust areas like hands to avoid penetration. Freeze the garment once it's stable. Move the garment parallel to the external avatar. Adjust garment size and pattern position for a better fit. Reduce the likelihood of penetration in subsequent simulations. Speed up the adjustment here. Coordinate with fixed pins to pull out the penetration areas. Simulate to check the effect. Manually pull out any penetration areas. Check for no penetration before releasing Solidify. Set all pattern layer to 0. Rotate and check for any penetration. Explanation of the situation without transitional poses is complete. Now, if you find adjusting poses too complex, next, let's explain another method. Adapt external poses by moving pattern. Similarly, freeze the garment first. Move it to the external avatar. Delete the original avatar. Check the linkage of the garment. Delete all fixed pins. Select all pattern and resize them to a suitable size. First, invalidate all patterns. Since the pants are on the inside, let's adjust them first. Move the belt to the avatar's waist. Activate the pattern layer once the position is set. Capture the form and simulate. Once the form is confirmed, freeze the belt. Next is the pants hem. First, move the left pant leg. Adjust it to the appropriate position. Apply the same method to the other side. Activate the pattern after confirming the position. Solidify and simulate. After the simulation, freeze the pant legs. This ensures that the pants are fixed both above and below. Next is the large piece of the pants. Move the front and back pieces of the pants to suitable positions. For example, start with the right front piece of the pants. Be careful to ensure that the seams do not pass through the avatar. Activate and simulate in Solidify mode. Make adjustments as needed. Now, let's speed up and look at the other side. Once there is no penetration, you can unfreeze the other pant leg pattern. Once adjusted, freeze the pants. Next, adjust the top. The top consists of the main body and sleeves, so let's quickly organize the pattern. Then, select the central main body part. Try to wrap it around the chest. Activate and simulate in Solidify mode. Make adjustments. Move pattern in areas prone to penetration. You can also use fix pins. Select and move portions of the pattern. Select fix pins for areas with penetration. Simulate. Move horizontally outward. If there is still penetration, you need to pull out the bottom. Move the fixed pins forward. Make adjustments. Freeze the main body of the top. Next is the sleeves. Move one side of the cuff to the wrist. Repeat the same operation on the other side. Make sure there is no penetration. Select the cuffs, activate, and freeze. Simulate. Freeze the cuffs. Simulate the large sleeve pieces first. Move them to the arm. Adjust to fit the avatar. Move them beside the arm, ensuring seams don't cross the body. Move the small sleeve pieces to the avatar's arm. Continue the simulation. Handle the other sleeve in the same way. Once the sleeves are simulated, you can unfreeze the body pattern. Capture the form and simulate. Once the simulation is stable, release the solidify. If there is no penetration, you can unfreeze the pants as well. Simulate together to see the overall effect. This way, the second method, without changing poses, of changing the position of the pattern is also explained. Set all layers to 0. You can choose a method based on the complexity of the style and your own preferences. Choose any method you prefer. It is recommended to choose method 1 for complex styles, changing poses. For simple styles, you can choose method 2, moving pattern. You can adjust the avatar to your preferred color. Alright, that concludes all the content for this lesson. Feel free to like, share, and leave comments on the video. See you in the next episode.